I had a scenario, 3 months ago, where I was living in a non-Muslim household, and I was a room I was renting, and it just wasn't the ideal place for a Muslim brother. If anybody know it already know how it is in America already, people live very, very different than how we live, so not to go too deep into the scenario, but it was time for me to leave. And I had just came from fellowshipping with the brothers, and I came home and I went to my room and I sat down and I just started crying, man. I was just like, man, Lord, I'm done with this situation. Like, it's time for me to go. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I have to go. And at the time, I didn't have a lot of money. I wasn't getting a lot of hours because, I was a student. And I just wanted to focus on school, and I was making a lot of money, so I didn't have a lot saved up. I didn't have a vehicle. I didn't want to become homeless again, but I didn't know what else to do. But I knew my time was up there in that household, so I called up Dawah. This is like 11:30 at night. I called up Dawah and I said, how you doing, bro? I said, Alhamdulillah. He was like, what's wrong? It was the way that I said Alhamdulillah. If anybody who know me, I'm always saying Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. But it was the way that I said Alhamdulillah that he knew something was wrong with me. So just said, man, I just got a lot going on. I need time for me to leave this situation. So I hung up the phone and he texted me. He was like, I'm on my way. And then within like 25 to 30 minutes, he was at the house, Uplift Dawah, and they came to pick me up. We went for a ride for like 30 minutes, and I explained to him what was going on. And he agreed that my time was up there and it was time for me to leave that environment. And, him and another brother from Uplift Dawah came over, brought me back to the house. I packed up all my things that night within like 10, 15 minutes. Put all my things in the car, and they brought me to a location, and we went there, and within 45 minutes I had my own place. Again, and with Dawah, furnished my place. I cleaned it and they furnished it for me, and they also paid a portion of my rent, because I wasn't able to, afford the rent that they were charging at this place, which I'm still in right now. And they paid a portion of my rent for me. So, I'm just thankful. I'm thankful to have brothers in the community, that's here for reverts, and Uplift Dawah is definitely changing the environment that's going on in the Ummah.